Howdy folks, welcome back to Music with Ryan. As you just saw and heard there, I played two arrangements for the classic blues tune Come On in my kitchen in the key of A. Now both of these arrangements kind of sit at the beginner level, with the first time through playing the melody more on the high strings and the second time through playing the melody more on the low strings. Now there are several different renditions of this tune depending on who you listen to, right? Several artists have covered it over the years, and so I've created my rendition of the tune, and so there might just be kind of maybe slight discrepancies or slight different, chord changes depending on who you listen to, but I've kind of followed largely how Robert Johnson does it, or the chord changes, and influenced a little bit by how the Allman Brothers do it as well. If you want to download the tabs, the audio tracks, and access Sound Slice so you can slow down and loop it, click the link in the description below. Let's go ahead and start breaking down this first arrangement. So let's put those first four up on the screen. I'll play them slowly and then I will break them on down, measure by measure. So 1, 2, 3, 4. On just a bit there, but this tune, again, we're in the key of A, and it is a very slow 4/4, and it has a little bit of a groovy kind of feel to it. It's not so straight ahead with the shuffle, that shuffles in there, but it's again a little bit more syncopated, or I guess groovy is the word I use, and it's again slow, so like 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so just so you know, it's pretty slow. So those first couple measures there, it's kind of this signature lick that they do after the progression every time. And yeah, it starts on the open A there, just low A. And then I would slide up to the 5th fret on the E. And that's an A note as well, essentially octaves. I guess 2 octaves up. And then, so those are just quarter notes, right? 1, 2. And then here's a couple of 16th notes. We'll see this kind of rhythmic theme, if you will, or motif throughout the piece, with just like a couple of 16th notes and then an 8th note. But so 3 E and so 5, 3, and 5 on the B. That's an 8th note, and then 5 on the G. That's a quarter note. So again. Go. And going on, go down to 2nd fret on the G, and open G, then 2nd fret, so 1 E and then back up to the 5th on the E, and I do that, I slide in there twice. It's 2 8th notes, 2 and then there's an 8th note rest. That's what that little marking is in there, that 8th note rest. And then 2nd fret on the G, then 1st on the B, and then 3 4 on the B, and I'm going to shift up. And again, those are 16th, so those are a little faster. And then I go to measure 3, I land on the 5th of the B. So again, measures 1 and 2 are, kind of getting that signature lick, and once you get that, certainly be getting the feel of this tune, right? So here, I'm going to play those first two. Ready, go. And then measure 3, again, we land on that 5th fret of the B, and I'm going to use my 3rd finger to get there. And then I scoot down to the A string, and then I'm gonna kind of, emulate the shuffle here. So 0, open A, and then 4 on the D, and then back down to 2. So those are all 16ths, right? 2 E and then there's an 8th note rest in there. Then I go back up to the 5th fret on the B, and then here's another series of 16th notes. 5, 4, pull the 3, 5 on the G. So 1 and might just use my first finger here. A couple different ways you might be able to do this, but my first finger on the 4th fret of the D, and then shift. Okay. And then when I go back to the 5th, I will use my 3rd finger. Then measure 4, go down to 2nd fret on the G string, then open A, and then back and forth here between 4 and 2 on the D string. And again, another 8th note rest, right? It's kind of like, you know, acting some syncopation, if you will. 5 on the B, and then 5 there again. Then 3, 5. 3 on the B, 5 on the G. All right, so just that measure. Okay, so if I put all 4 of those together, 2, 3, 4. Missed a note there. So then going on here, go to the D chord, right? And I'll play all 4 of these, and then we'll break them down. So measure 3. We want to make sure we're going to get there with the 2nd finger. It'll make the passage a bit easier. So 3 on the B, and then open D, and then again kind of a shuffle here. Open D with 4 on the G, then back to 2, back to 4, back to 2. 8th note rest. 3 on the B, then again, and then 5 on the G. And you could do it right there as well. The C note, it's, you know, same note, just 2 different places. I might bend it a little bit depending, but oh. And going on, we go back to the A chord. So 2 on the G, that's an A note. Then open A, and then here's our shuffle a little bit. 4, 2, 4, 2. And that's kind of like the first half, right? And then we kind of pick up into the second half. So 2 on the D, 4, and then 2 on the G. And then here, we're gonna get up the neck a little bit and kind of get away from the shuffle, but I love this little, you know, sequence or position for playing the blues here. We get up on 5 on the B, 6 on the G, okay? I'm gonna make this shape right here. It's actually a D shape, but it's 5 on the D, 6 on the G, 5 on the B, right? So 1 and 2 and 3. So I'm gonna slide into that 5 and 7 a couple times, or I'm sorry, 5 and 6, and then go down 1 step. Kind of doing a little bit of a chromatic run. And then, measure 8, we go to the E7 chord. We're going to play E a little different here, maybe than you're used to, but it's certainly typical. So I just go down 1 more fret, 3 on the B, 4 on the G. I'm going to finger 2nd fret of the D string with my first finger. And that'll make an E chord right there. So 1 and then 2 and 3 and then 2 on the G. The last note of that measure. tricky, the syncopation there. Let me play all four so you can kind of hear it go by. So measure 5, 2, ready, go. And so right there, I kind of got to get out of that position to get to the 2nd fret on the G. Right, I want to use my 2nd finger if possible. Okay, just a little bit of a jump, if you will. Okay, then moving on here to measures 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, so measures 9, 10, 11, and 12, they sound like this, essentially ending the first arrangement and then going into the 2nd arrangement. So 2, 3, 4. Okay, so, those 2 measures in the middle there, we kind of ended, we went from the D, we went back to the A chord, and there's that signature lick that you hear, that 2-measure lick that we worked on at the beginning, and that's always played in between, from at the end of the progression to kind of start things over in the beginning of the progression. So, measure 9 is fairly simple right here, right? So, a lot of 8th notes, although it kind of feels like quarter notes, but 8th notes here, 1st fret of the B, 1 and 2, and then 2nd fret of G, and then 2nd fret of the D, and kind of look how I'm fingering it. And then 2nd fret of the G string, that's an A note, but I got a little grace note hammer on there, so just real kind of quick and mean, if you will. And then measure 10, here's our lick, open A, up to the 5. All right, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1. And then going on, and up to 5 again. And then here's where, we take the melody and put it in the lower register, right? And it kind of fits even perhaps a little bit better into the shuffle. Starts on the low A, 2 8 and 2 16th notes, and then 3 on the A, then open D. And I might bend or wiggle that note, Then next measure, I slide in the 2nd fret on the D with my 1st finger, and then open A. Then do my shuffle here, 4 2 4 2, rest, and then slide in 2, and then 16th notes here, pull to 0, 3 on the A, 2 1, pull to 0, 3 on the A, and then okay. So I put all 4 of those together, 2 3 4. So there is the lesson for the first arrangement. Again, you want to access the tabs or download the tabs, the audio tracks, and access Sound Slice so you can slow down and loop these licks and this entire lesson. Click the link in the description below. And yeah, thanks for watching. Take care.